What is going on, guys? It's Aaron with Lansing Lawn Service, and today I am doing a 3-year review on my Hustler Raptor SD. This channel is all about helping you start and grow your lawn care business so that you can change your future. And today is all about the Hustler Raptor SD. So the Hustler Raptor SD 42-inch deck comes with a Kohler Pro Performance engine. It's a 22 horsepower engine. It's the 7000 series. And this little thing is actually a pretty stout little machine. Now, I will say this is like a mid-grade. This is supposed to be kind of a mid-grade for Hustler. It's not the Raptor, it's the Raptor SD. It's supposed to be a little bit nicer. It is not a stamped deck, it is a welded deck, as is every Hustler deck. Hustler does not make stamped decks. So if you're looking into Hustler, that is a key note. Now I will say, I am going to go over the pros and cons of this machine, and I run this as a commercial machine. This is not, I don't use this necessarily for residential use, just, once a week. So there is going to be some cons that come up for this machine in commercial use. But for homeowner, I believe this is going to be a great machine for you. Now, this machine only goes about 7 miles an hour. So it's not super fast, but that's all right. It's got a nice large gas tank with a fuel gauge there on the side, and everything is pretty good. The seat is super comfortable. You've got these big springs here that really help cushion your ride, which is really nice. It's got a nice long platform here, so your legs aren't going to get fatigued like they would if your legs were sucked up into your chest. The deck height adjustment is really quite nice. You just have to figure out what height they're at. I have this one set at 3.5, but it's really easy. You just push the foot pedal down, pull this up, and then drop the deck down. Now, I am gonna mow with this machine here today, just to show you how it works. But let's go into the pros and cons of this machine. The pros of this machine is that it cuts well. It does cut well. It has a 2-blade deck, not a 3-blade, which I'll get into that later. But it does cut pretty nice. In fact, it cuts better than my commercial Gravely mower cuts. So it really is nice. It's got a blade tip speed of 18,000 per minute, I think. So it's very good. It's got a very good blade tip speed, same as a commercial mower, which is really nice. The engine doesn't really bog down a whole lot unless you get into some really thick stuff. It's a very strong, very good engine. I haven't had a single issue with it. No problems. This mower has 362.2 hours on it, and I did run this mower as my primary mower for 1 year, just under a year, and now it kind of only gets used maybe 3 or 4 times a week in some gated backyards that are pretty small. So another pro of this mower is that it's got a very sturdy frame. As you can see, the front forks are really nice. They're built very well, reinforced very well. These are not flat free fronts. These are air. which is another indicator that it is kind of a residential more than a commercial. It doesn't get good traction on hillsides because of the small back tires. And as you can see, I do need to replace these pretty soon. The tread is starting to wear down, but it's been a good mower for me. Now, let's go into some of the cons. And there is a lot of cons, but the reason there's a lot of cons is because I have run it in a commercial setting, not a residential setting, which I believe this mower should be run in a residential setting or very light commercial setting. All right, the first con. This earlier this year, I broke the frame on this mower. Now, I say broke the frame, but really it was just, I don't know if you can see it. Flip it around here. The mount for the hydro is right down here, and that is what broke. So I fixed it over here, if you can see that there. Just bolted on a different piece of metal, and it seems to work good. What else? If you look at the back, you might be able to tell that this tire over here is actually going like this. That part of that, I think, is because it bent a little bit when the frame broke. This tire is perfectly straight. This one is just a little bit bent out. I haven't seen any issues with it, but you know, it does get used in a commercial setting. I ran it rough for almost a year, so it definitely has been beaten to heck and back. These are plastic, and where it connects to the frame here, both of those on both sides have broken. Those are broken, and so it's not as, like, the frame will kind of wobble a little bit if you go over some uneven ground, but it's no issue. I have never had any cut quality issues with that. Another thing is that this plastic one here is about to break, so we do still have one connected here, which is good. Same over here. Actually, no, this one's good yet. That one's good yet, so that's nice. Just a broken belt here and there, which every mower has that. But that's about it, guys. I mean, they're other than just the frame breakage on that mount, which it's been over some really rough ground, this has been a really good mower. Now, I am going to show you the cut quality here, and there is one issue with the cut quality, and I'm going to show you that right now. It is about 8:30 in the morning. The grass here is soaking wet. I don't know if you can see this. I've got a lot of clover too, which holds water, and some creeping Charlie, which also holds water. So we're going to put this thing through the paste this morning, because this is a little bit taller grass, so it is soaking wet. We're gonna cut this. We're gonna cut a few passes here, and you're gonna see the cut quality and the grass disbursement. This mower does not do super well in wet grass, but I want to show you a realistic view of the cut quality. did just 4 passes here, and I'm going to show you the issue with the cut quality that it does have. Let's see if I can find it here. The grass disbursement isn't too bad here. It's not too bad, but this was the first pass. This is the second pass. And here we go. This is what happens between the blades. It leaves a strip of grass. If the grass is not super dry, it leaves a strip of grass. And they're starting to pop up more now. And that is really frustrating, which means you have to double cut. The grass disbursement today wasn't too bad. We got a clump here, but grass disbursement wasn't too bad yet. But I will say it does struggle when it gets loaded, when the deck gets loaded. But these blades aren't super sharp because I don't sharpen them that often. It only gets used 3 or 4 times a week, so it's not a big deal to me. But that has the grass right in the middle where the blades come together. It just leaves that little strip of grass, and it's done that since I bought it. So it's nothing that I can do to fix it. So that is the cut quality issue with this mower. However, if you're a homeowner and you're going to be cutting in dry conditions all the time, I would have no problem suggesting this mower to you. It has been a great mower. It's a tough mower. I do all of my aerations with this mower. It pulls great, and that's something that it comes with, is an integrated hitch, which is really nice. However, you may need to reinforce it because it is kind of made with some weaker metal, so you may have to reinforce that. But overall, guys, this is a fantastic mower for a homeowner. I don't think you'll have any issue with this mower as a homeowner. You're only going to be putting on, maybe if you have a big yard, maybe 50 hours, 25 hours a year, if you're just mowing with it. So I wouldn't have any problem suggesting this mower to a homeowner. Now, for commercial use, I would not recommend this. I have used it for commercial use, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you're using it very sparingly. It just, it's not strong enough for commercial use. The frame breakage, the bent tire, it's not built strong enough for commercial use, in my opinion. I wouldn't do it again, but it did what I needed it to do when I used it for that season, and it still does what I need it to do. So if you guys love reviews of equipment and things, click on this playlist right up here. That is all my equipment reviews, and I will see you over in one of those videos.